Hi there, TheNamesNiko, and welcome back to my playthrough of Elden Ring. So, in the last episode, we did all of Farm Azula, and we now can actually go through the impenetrable thorns and get to the end of the game. So here we are at the London capital. We are walking on ash because obviously the giant tree in the sky is burning. So, yes, this is all ash. And I'm ready to make our way back to... Fortunately, we obviously have to go back to where Morgott was. They won't make it easy for us. But okay, before we do that, there's one more place I wanted to go, as I said in the last episode. And apparently, I never went here before, but apparently it's found in this cave that we haven't done. That looks like it's probably like right here or something like that. So we're gonna do this real quick. When I say real quick, I mean as quick as I can. And then we'll hop back on track to finish the main story. I do apologize, as the guys will be obviously super easy for us to defeat. But it is what it is. There's just one spelling I would like to have for the final boss, or yeah, for the final boss. Um, Apparently, it's around here. Ooh. It's in here, apparently. But you're kidding me. I don't have a stone sword key. Okay. Well, that is a problem, isn't it? Okay, we can buy stone sword keys. Oh. Aha. Stone sword key was lost with use. The Academy and Crystal Cave. So I said I do apologize, as we're gonna pretty much one-shot everything here. So we're doing this way too late. I'm just gonna run past the rats. Honestly, I just want to get to the boss as quick as possible. Hi. Oh my gosh. Oh, what's this? Oh, thanks for the stone sword key. Apparently, this is not the right way. Stunning cave boss. Guess we gotta go back out. Continue. Actually, it takes me 3 shots to kill these bozos because they are actually resistant to magic. Or, yeah, they're magic resistant. Because it feels bad. So this is probably the hardest cavern. Whatever, goodbye. There's the boss. Okay, let's just heal up. We'll just do a loot towel because there's two of these bozos. Bruh. I don't think I have enough mana for this. Okay. Just use this. We should. The reason I'm not using something that can break is I don't have rock sling with me anymore. I took it off. I think I need a health 5. Thank goodness. Crystal release. That's not the spell I needed, but that is a cool spell. This is the spell. This is what I needed. Pick me up, please. Also, I need to redo my, remove that. I don't know what that does exactly, but... it was the top of here. This is a big, long-ass elevator rip. Excuse me. But I guess that makes sense. The Academy of Rhea Lucaria. This is what we need from this chest. This spell in here. Terra Magica. And if you don't know what Terra Magica does, I will show you. Once we get back to the capital of Ash. Lindell, capital of Ash. We gotta rest it and put it on, so... I might want to get another memory stone. I might look to see if there's another one. Because we're kind of out of spell slots. So I want to use this for the final boss as well. Or maybe okay, fine. We won't put it on for now, but we'll use it for the bosses. I'll show you what it does, though. So what it does, it's a defensive one. It's called Terra Magica. So it raises magic strength of those within the sigil. So basically, I cast this on the ground, and then I could just stand in this, like, circle, and then I'll do more magic damage. So that's why it costs 20 FP to use. It only costs one spell slot. But yeah, that's why I will be using it. Because it'll increase my damage. Anyways, on our way up the capital. This. Close this. And show must go on. Here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Take me up, I'm assuming. It's a little dark here. Put this on. Oh, look who we have here. Also, I didn't change my potion slots. I probably don't have enough magic potions. Shit. Okay. This is awkward. I actually need to go back. My bad. It's a little anticlimactic. If you don't know who that is, well, you'll find out in a minute. As I go and rearrange my flask again. Probably 7 and 7 will do. And actually, I guess we're just gonna take this off and put Terra Magic on. Got 2 defensive spells. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 offensive. So I'm going the right way, am I? Give me a second. I can get my starting straight. Entering. Da, 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 da. Okay. Come back. My skills, not spells. Enhances. Let me just put this one on. Okay. Now, let's see who this is.
Ah, I knew you'd come to stand before the Elden Ring, to become Elden Lord. What a sad state of affairs. I commend your spirit, but alas, none shall take the throne. I guess how Elden I know in my
Very nice fight.
a tarnished cannot become
Yeah, yeah. I don't care about your villain rambles.
not even you. A man cannot kill a god.
Great enemy fell. Scepter of All-Knowing, All-Knowing Helm, All-Knowing Armor, All-Knowing Gauntlets, All-Knowing Greaves. Anyways. Wow, what a great boss fight. I'm sorry, if you guys want to see the actual mechanics, that fight is considered very hard for melee users. This fight is... I don't even need to spawn Lutel, honestly. I could have just left them there. But yeah, that fight is actually hard for melees. I wanted to just show you, if you remember from Star Wars Episode 5, where someone goes on some like village. Oh my god, who is it? Some guy goes on like a villain monologue and they're like, I don't care, and then just shoots them immediately. That was me. I don't care about your villain monologue. Obviously, Gideon was evil all along. Like, come on. He abandoned his daughter because she was, like, grieving over her, like, her people who were dead. And he's like, I don't give a shit. I just want a warrior, so screw that bozo. I don't need to listen to whatever your freaking speech is. I already knew you were bad from the get-go. Yeah, if you want to see what a scepter does, by the way, that I will show you. It's a... Oh, it was a scepter. Because he's a spellcaster. Staff of Loss. Boost invisibility spells, is this it? Staff missing its glintstone. Wielded by sorcerers believe that discovery comes through action of ascentism. No skill. This ornament has no skill. I guess not. Oh, I thought it was maybe the what? What is the scepter? We got a scepter from him. Hey, by the way, a weapon that a lot of speedrunners use is this weapon right here. Serpent Enter +7. This is there we go. It was glitched before the show my spear. This weapon is considered like really strong because it has really high physical power and the strength scalings on it's really good. So you just go full in the strength and then you just use this weapon. It does an insane amount of damage. I just want to like I leveled it up before. Whoever's a Blizz, I said this weapon's considered broken as well. This one's also considered broken for early game weapons. Bloodhound's Fang. Some people have even done like all the way to late game with this weapon because it causes a blood loss buildup. And the Bloodhound is and it's like special move it does, the Ash 4 Bloodhound's Finesse is actually not that bad either. Sorry, I wanted to see what his staff was. Did I like miss it? Staff of All-Knowing or something like that, wasn't it? Or am I dumb? This also was a broken whip, but they nerfed it. Sword of Night and Flame. Here it is, Scepter of All-Knowing. It's a hammer. What? It does int, strength, dex, and you can cast knowledge above all on it. Scepter in the form of a hand grasping a pearl, signature weapon of Sir Gideon Ofnir, the All-Knowing. Pearl stands for the world, the heavens, and an eye, representing many forms of knowledge, never fully attainable. Even knowing that, the All-Knowing's hand grasps for it. So this raise scepter into manifestation of the realm of the All-Knowing. Enemy magic and holy damage negation will be reduced for all within the area, including the caster. Oh, that's interesting. But if the enemy only casts physical damage, like it doesn't matter. But yeah, it's actually not that bad to use for sure. But I don't have enough strength or dex to use it, so that doesn't matter. Anyways, that was getting an off-near fight. Very, very cool. Definitely hard. Apparently, this is not the right way to go. I don't remember. Look, they're all dead because of the flame. Burn. Oh, it's this way. I see. Oh, where are you? He is returned. The Lord has returned at long last. Our very first Lord, to brandish the Elden Ring once more. Uh-huh, he returned. The first Lord is the Godwin? We gotta go up here, I guess. Dun 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 dun. Nope. Honestly, if you think about it, this game is honestly really depressing. The urge free heal. You know what that thing does? The urge free heal. Let's do vastly heals players for self and nearby allies. 42. Oh. Anyways, if you think about it, the story is overall depressing. Oh, there's a boss up ahead, by the way. Okay, that's fine. I think there's gonna be a cutscene before the boss, so I'm not gonna cast my potion yet. Let's just go in. Hello.
It's been a long while, Morgoth.
Morgoth. Oh, you're holding Morgoth's body.
Long and hard didst thou fight, tarnished warrior.
Yeah, that's me. What about it?
Spurned by the grace of gold. Be assured, the Elden Ring resteth close at hand.
Hmm?
Alas, I am returned.
I don't know how you returned, but no one wanted you here anyway.
To be granted audience once more.
If you're not gonna become Elden Lord, bozo.
Upon my name as Godfrey.
Yeah, God, I know you're
the
the
first Elden Lord.
yeah, and I'll be the second. Oh. How dare you do that? Oh. Oh, no mana. Bro, he just does damage by... Ain't no way, dude. I can't cast because you keep just freaking stomping the ground. Can you stop just stomping the ground, please? Jesus. I don't have time to cast anything. Because I have to channel all my spells. We're gonna lose.
'Twas nobly
Well, not really, to be honest. You literally just stomped the ground for 8 million years, and I couldn't do anything. And Lutal couldn't do anything either. What is this? Okay, well... I'll have to think, how do I fight him? If he's just gonna stomp the ground every, like, 3 seconds, I can't cast any of my channel spells. God, this is a... I'm gonna have to use Night Comet or Stars of Ruin. Nope. Okay, I can just phase one of them in, like, super easy. Never mind. I guess it's because I had the whole cutscene before, so I couldn't do any setup. Okay, I see. You're gonna turn into a lion.
Thou didst me good service, Siraj.
Siraj? What are you gonna do to Oh, what did you do to Siraj? You killed him? Not very nice.
I've given thee courtesy enough.
Hi.
Now I fight as Horalu.
Who? Oral who?
Warrior!
I see. Bruh. Ain't no way. I messed up. Oh. No, he's gonna do the stomping shit again. Nope. Nope. Oh, I'm dead. God, he's so close to dying too. Gosh darn it. Okay, but by my runes, I had 363. I never told you. After I leveled up, after fighting Gideon, quote unquote fighting Gideon. Was that really a fight? So, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna start off with Terra Magica. But luckily, this guy takes 8 years to get onto me, so... Oh my gosh, he just dodged it. I must have got lucky then. Okay. Apparently I got super lucky in the second fight. Oh my gosh. I figured that would just freeze him. Oh, I couldn't see him! Bro, it unlocked me from Bro, it unlocks you from him when you change the second phase. I can't dodge him, I don't know where he is. Game, come on. I got cheated. Okay. Well, try again. I didn't do this right. Oopsies. I was supposed to join that before. Perfect. Nope. I didn't know he was gonna do that. That's my bad. Bruh, ain't no way. He's gonna kill Lito here, unfortunately. Got him.
Tarnished.
Thank goodness.
Befits a crown.
Legend found, Remembrance of Horaloo. Defeat Horaloo Warrior. Oh my goodness. We got 300,000 runes for that, by the way. That's 2 levels at this point. Not even 2 levels. That's so sad. I don't have. Okay, it will be. I'm just gonna use this. Because the odds of me using anything from him are gonna be 0. Okay, we're level 153. Okay, this is it. This is the last fight. Or it is mine. I mean, this is for multiplayer if you want to do this with multiple people. Ready? Oh, I'm excited. Okay. Let's see. What's this? That's Queen America and Radagon / Radagon. Is the music... It sounds like the music of this when you open the game. Or at least very similar. Hello, America / Radagon / America. Oh, look, you have the Elden Ring inside of you. It's a symbol. Fair enough. Nope. Just walk menacingly at me. What? Did I not dodge that perfectly? Oh. Okay. There we go. We got him. Oh. Bye-bye, Radagon. Oh shoot, I just realized I never actually did the rest of Gold Mask task. I don't know where he is. Oh well. That is one of the endings, by the way, completing his quest. I totally forgot about it. I was just so focused on getting to the end that I never thought of my consequences. If we lose to him now, which I'm obviously I'm gonna try to not lose, but if I do lose to him, then I'll go see about if I can do Gold Mask quest. Otherwise, if I already ruined it and like I can't because I beat Orlu and Gideon, then we'll just continue trying to beat the Elden Lord, and I do apologize for not fully exploring that ending. Hi. There's also, if you didn't know, the reason why I didn't drink the potion, my wondrous mystic first fight, this is why. I knew there was a phase 2. The first phase is way too easy. Hi. There he is. Okay, we don't know why I grabbed Bob's barrier. That's why I grabbed it. Potions. This is awkward. Okay, well, I ran out of potions. Okay, maybe we just use the moon on... Well, I was hoping to just use the laser beam on him, but... It's fine. I'm gonna have to keep this as is. But yeah, before we do that, I wanted to make sure I get gold mask ending. That's the one thing I forgot to look up. Or slash, like, look up where he is. There, it should be short, I'm assuming. Okay, so yeah, maybe we can go find them. I'm gonna go check. So we have it saved, the Elden Throne. So we're gonna go back here. And we gotta go find them. Okay. South. Just keep going south. Pretty much just south into... Okay, so yeah, let's just run south. Apparently... I guess I just missed him or something. Oh, let's talk to this guy. Behold, the earth tree yet stands, tall and unwavering, mindless of the scorch of the flame of ruin. Haha, haha. Man, we are yet golden ones. Let's see. Anyway. Dun 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 dun. Okay, I recognize the structure. You don't know, he is... Okay, yeah, I'm too late. He should be literally right here by this rock pile. Yeah, it's my bad. Sorry, you're supposed to talk to him. He's supposed to be right here. He's supposed to be here. Maybe we can find Gold Mask still. Apparently Gold Mask is somewhere around here too. Gold Mask. Oh. Oh, we almost fell. I think it's on 6. Okay, apparently I... Oh, any of the exchange words with him. We'll see if Gold Mask is here. Apparently he's like somewhere. Yeah, there he is. Hi, Gold Mask. Mending rune of perfect order. Okay. Well, did you die? Is that what happened? I don't know. Anyways, so that's what, if we want the golden order ending, then that's what we need to do. That's it. You're also supposed to talk to Cohen or whatever his name was that we've been Corium, but he's gone. And if you really want, you can get his armor set as well. But I don't care enough about that. But I just wanted to show you, that's one of the endings. You can use that rune. So yeah, with that, we're gonna go back into here. Hopefully I have 7 and 7. And I can use less, excuse me, on Radagon, so we can actually use it on the Elden Lord instead, because it's technically the Elden Beast. Sorry, the Elden Beast is technically Radagon's next form. So, which spell do I want to be on first? I want to be on probably Terra Magica. There might be the cutscene again, I might have to just reset it. Or skip it, sorry, not reset. Yeah, we do, okay. He dodged it. I think we do the moon attack. Utal. Unfortunately, I was drinking there. Oh. Bro, he teleported. Okay. That time to place the spell. Okay, maybe just cast the main attack then. That's fine. Oh, it's just me versus you now. I just realized. You're... Oh my gosh, you like... Okay, we do moon attacks, I guess. Oh. Right. He's so full health, but I have my moon attack's not doing any damage. I need to get closer to him. That's it, I'm out. He's so full health still. Oh my gosh. Okay, I guess we're not gonna use the laser beam spell on him. We'll use the moon spell. I was just hoping to like melt through him with the, excuse me, with the laser beam though. Guess we'll try again. I'm not gonna set up Terra Magica, I don't think. Radagon kind of moves around. I mean, I could try. Okay. What we can just do is cast a moon spell from here. Oh. He interrupted me. Oh, he actually got me. I see. Okay, we're not gonna just worry about Terra Magica, because I gotta move around too much to dodge this bozo. Okay. Run! You have to like dodge early, it's just weird. This guy doesn't have much health, really. The fact that this is doing 2,000 damage. What? Oh no, it's only doing 1,000. I just broke down with the frost. Oh. What? Okay. Oh my gosh. What? Did I dodge into the sword? It's just sad. We're gonna try with Mictir instead. See how the fight varies. Plus HP from the pass. cat, you got hit with the moon spell. How does that make you feel? You're still aggroed onto me. You like confused? Mateer's almost dead. Good news is, it seems to just be perma aggroed on a Mateer. Now it's on me. I don't know how many spells I've cast and I've missed. Okay, that was a lot easier with the Mateer. Hi. Okay, it's dual wielding the good staff. Okay, at least the fight actually went better. That's just me being dumb. I literally have a spell that literally counteracts that one. Bob's barrier. Just need to cast. Okay, so when he glows like that, it just means he's gonna do that attack, so I'll just start spamming it. The second fight definitely went a lot easier. I don't know why. It was like perma aggro on the Mimic Tier. I don't know why you cast the spell. So I question some of the spell choices you do, that's why I'm a real caster here. Does he have like a spell shield or something? Oh, I'm at the heal. Okay, we'll pretty much just do the DPS as fast as possible so it doesn't kill him in fully. Like, literally, does it actually have, like, a shield or something? Like, why is it not taking any damage? Apparently I dodged too early. Perfect. Mimic Tier, you're like 80% health. I'm hoping it will be okay. probably me versus you for most of this fight. Because considering you take like no damage from spells, you have so much magic resist, like, oh, box barrier. Oh, that's not the spell I thought you were using. It's me versus you, mister. Oh my lord, you're so far away again. Too early. At least run into the spell. Thing is, I'm slightly above the ground when I cast this. Gosh. Oh, maybe this one's not as good because it has cold resist. Which I actually never thought about that. If it has cold resist, then I can't use the spell. This is, I dodged too late. Let me check. Is the Elden Beast cold resistant? Is this why I'm not having issue? Immune to Elden Beast resists. Seriously, the Elden Beast resists magic, fire, lightning, and strongly resists holy damage. And is immune to all status effects. So, yeah. Oh, okay, so that's why you should use that. Okay. I can't use, actually, I have to use we're gonna end where it all started. Ironically. No wonder why I'm doing only 800 damage with this spell. What is this? What we need to do is put on our old friend Rock Sling. Our old friend the Rock Sling spell. Oh gosh. You don't know why Rock Sling is good, is because Rock Sling is considered physical damage and not magic damage in terms of like damage archetypes. So that's why this is actually completely fine to use. Because if the boss is weak to magic damage, I can't use like any of my spells. And I have to use a any of these ones, the gravity spells. Okay, so against you, I'll use Rock Sling, and then, but against Radagon, that's fine to use this. He's not resistant. I can't use Ronnie's Dark Moon at all because this guy's resistant to all status effects, unlike Melania, who's actually not resistant to Frost. But I'm more knowledgeable on the fight. Bro, what are you doing? You have so many spells in your arsenal, use that one. What we actually might have to do is just use rocks in this whole fight, or else my dumbass spirit is just gonna use every other spell. That's on me. I got in the way of them. Okay, rock sling time. No, I thought I said before. Okay, so my mimic tier is just so dumb. I need to just change the spells I'm using, I guess. Bro, the rock thing does 1,000 damage. That's where I was supposed to use Thought Barrier, by the way. This right here, I can block all these projectiles. Okay, we're gonna remove most of the spells I have on, just so I can make sure the stupid mimic tier uses only rocks. Doesn't know. Okay, so we don't remove this. That's it. 2 defensive ones, and the moon, because the moon's the easiest one for me to kill this first guy. Then I have to use rock slinging for the second half, because it's magic resist. Of course it is. Hopefully this is the one then. I mean, I have 10 more. Which comes the worst. My bad, I kind of walked in the way of you. Okay. we're doing good. Actually, I didn't check how much Mimic Tier has. Always got to dodge to the right. Luckily that attack is not impacting anything. Perfect. No. Got it. Oh my gosh. It didn't even go into like its phase 2 thing. We killed it so quickly. Thank you, Mimic Tier. Oh my gosh. God slain. The Elden Remembrance. That's 500, 1,000 ruins. So with that, here we are. 60. What does this say? Summon Ronnie. Okay. So this is where you can choose where your endings is, by the way. Like, you talk to this, touch Fractured America, or you can summon Ronnie. So, let me just look up. So, the reason why I cut it out there is because I wanted to show you guys multiple endings, and I didn't know how to do it. We can't do anything but the Frenzied Flame ending right now. Well, I can do everything but the Frenzied Flame ending, so I'm gonna have to show you a video of that instead, and I guess the react to it, because we could have done it, but I ended up cleansing it because I didn't want to do that as the ending. So the actual ending I would do is honestly the Ronnie ending. That's the one I'm the most curious about to see. Yeah, but what I'll do to show you the multiple endings, if it doesn't, if I like make a mistake or something, I saved the backup and I'm just gonna reload the backup. Let's see. Oh, Ronnie.
The battle is over, I see.
That's where I guess Radicon's head. Slash America.
I do solemnly swear to every living being and every living soul. Now cometh the age of the stars. A 1,000-year voyage under the wisdom of the moon. Here beginneth the chill night that encompasses all, reaching the great beyond.
The Ronnie's full moon. Ronnie's dark moon.
Into fear,
Spell.
doubt, and loneliness. As the path stretcheth into darkness. Well then, shall we? My fair consort eternal.
Oh. Achievement. Age of the Stars. Achieve the Age of the Stars ending. Worlds created by Hidekata Mizuyaki and George R.R. Martin. Oh. It's Mia Mizuyaki. A lot of people reference that. There you go. It's like end credits. Begin Journey 2. If you do not start over now, you can choose to begin Journey 2 later at the... Okay. I don't want to do Journey 2 now. I'm gonna say no. It takes me here. Okay, so what happens, I guess, is you have to redo the boss or whatever to see a different ending, but I'm not gonna do that. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up my save file. Yes, okay, so I saved the file right here. I'm in an ending, so I'm gonna show you all the endings that we've unlocked, which we've unlocked 4 different variations. And technically we also locked the 5th one, which is the Frenzy Flame, but we got rid of it. So these are the 4 we can get. So we're gonna just do the Men the Elden Ring. This is the ending you get if you do no side quests and you just run straight to the end. This one. So I'll show you what that is. So we put Radagon's head back on.
The fallen leaves tell a story of how a tarnished became Elden Lord. In our home, across the fog, the lands between. Our seed will look back upon us and recall
I don't know why our thing is floating in the air randomly,
an
but
age of fracture.
we're Elden Lord. achievement. Achieve the Elden Lord ending. Okay. Another ending. Begin Journey 2? No. Not beginning Journey 2. We are back, and we're ready to do another ending. So we're gonna do the Mending Rune of Perfect Order. So we're gonna restore back the Golden Order.
The fallen leaves tell a story of how a tarnished became Elden Lord in our home across the fog, the lands between.
Look, there's the leaves.
Seed will look back upon us and recall the age of order.
Age of Order, that's right. Okay. And that's... No, thank you. That's the Age of Order ending. Okay, now we will do the rune... Use Mending Rune of the Death Prince. That's what we're gonna do. I'm trying to think, which ending was this one? The Death Prince. Oh, is this the rune that we got? Did we get a rune from Malekith? Is that his rune? I don't remember what other one, because this is the Dung Meter ending. This is the Gold Mask ending. Ronnie's ending, you have to summon Ronnie to do. This is the default ending. We don't have Hayata's ending because we used the needle of the Frenzied Flame. I don't remember whose this is. Anyways, we'll see. Oh, you know what? We got this rune. We got this rune from Renala. I guess I think from there. Like her tower. I think that's where we got this rune. Or is this Fia? Oh wait, maybe this is... No, this is Fia's ending.
The
Okay.
fallen leaves
I forgot. This is
tell
Fia's
a
ending.
story
Yeah.
of how a tarnished became
It's raining.
Elden Lord. In our home, across the fog,
And
the lands
it's like misty
between.
as well. Or in fog. Look, the leaves are black.
Our seed will look back upon us and recall the age of the Duskborn.
The age of the Duskborn. Oh. So there you go. That's Fia's ending. That's sad. We don't get an achievement for that one. But an achievement. There's a achievement for Ronnie's ending and an achievement for the default ending, which makes sense. No achievement for Fia's ending. Interesting. There is achievement for the Frenzy Flame ending, so that's why I'm a little bit sad. And last, but not least, everyone's probably favorite, joking, favorite sarcasm ending, the Dung Eater ending. No, there's the Dung Eater stuff on him. Or her. I don't know. I still don't fully grasp that Radagon is America. I thought America married Radagon.
The fallen leaves tell a story
Ooh, look, the sky.
of how a tarnished became Elden Lord.
Spooky.
In our home, across the fog, the lands between. Our seed will
Ooh.
look back upon us and recall
We don't get to see our face.
the reviled curse that defined our age. The blessing of despair.
Sorry. Felt that, I guess the Dung Eater got me IRL. So, that's the last ending that I can show you through my game. As I said, I believe there's only one other ending. I can double check. There are 6 known endings, and I showed you 5 of them. So yeah, I showed you all of them. Except for the last one, which I will show you. Here's the ending of the Frenzied Flame. Become Lord of Frenzied Flame. Well then. I guess because you grip your eyes because that's where the flames come out for all the Frenzied Flame people. They're always like obsessed with like your eyes. Or Hayata's like blind. And we like touch her eyes with the fingers and we eat eyes. Oh. the fractured Radicon breaks the head. I didn't touch anything. I don't know why that moved. Oh. Oh, what the heck? We have like the Eye of Sauron for our head. What the heck? Everything around us is on fire. I guess we just maniacally laugh. Nope. Well, there's the air tree. Everything's on fire. We didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the world's been turning. We didn't start the fire. And we did start the fire in this case. Nope. This is a long ending. All the other endings were like 30 seconds. Except for Ronnie's, which felt like a minute. Wait, is this Melina? That looks like your hand.
Lord of
It is
frenzied
Melina.
flame.
What?
I will seek you as far as you may
Ooh.
travel. To deliver you what is yours.
Oh. With the ring?
Destined death.
Destined death. So we become the Lord of Frenzy Flame, and now Melina's hunting us. She wants to kill us, as I said. She did not like us doing any of the... She did not like us at all for the Frenzy Flame ending. So I will actually switch to a different overlay. Switch to big screen me. There we go. I haven't been on the screen for a while. Okay, so my thoughts on the game. I mean, it's obviously good. I'm generally not a big fan of environmental storytelling. The reason why I'm talking about storytelling because to me that's like one of the most important things, if not like the most important thing. For this game, it's not the most important thing. But yeah, one hitting achievement. That's me getting the Frenzied Flame ending, unfortunately. Anyway, it's the story, and the story is honestly pretty well told, even though there's a lack of talking, or like, yeah, pretty much a lack of talking between the characters. Not much reading in notes either. A lot. I mean, all the pieces. There is lore and lots of lore in the game. Like there's literally channels dedicated on YouTube to the lore behind Elden Ring, because there's so much lore to go into in this game. A lot of it's on like pieces of the game. I mean, apparently that's how like the Souls games really are, and that's how you find the story. But this game, I didn't feel like I had to read pieces of gear to get the full story of like pretty much anything. I'm sure that the pieces do like expand more on the story, but I felt like the characters explained it well enough, like the NPCs in the game, or if not like different, like again the environment explained it well enough. It was more so the NPCs, because the NPCs, even though there wasn't that much talking overall, there's still enough of it that you like gained enough information. Like, you know what I mean, Elden Lord, any of the like about the demigods, and you learn about each like of the demigods, and like Godfrey's the first order. Malekith has this is sealed with destined death, and because we killed him, destined death got released, and that was able for us to burn the Earth Tree down because the thorns are unpenetrable otherwise. Because obviously, if destined death's unable, so then that means everything will eventually die because it's it's destined, right? So then even the tree can die, and then even like the different endings. I still would like to like look more into like the meaning behind different endings. Mainly Ronnie's ending. I have to look into that, but maybe I wasn't paying attention fully for that. But I think that was, I mean, interesting. Now, in terms of the main thing is what people play for is the difficulty and the bosses. That's like that's the main reason why you're playing Elden Ring or any Souls game, pretty much. I think overall the difficulty. Okay, I played, as you see, I'm talking from me who's played on like a mage build using summons, as in the Spirit Ashes. I know there are some, I'll call it controversy, or maybe not controversy, or people saying how you didn't really experience the game to its full extent because you use Spirit Ashes, and Spirit Ashes kind of break the game because they're too strong, and like you should be able to like, because the Spirit Ashes allow you to basically ignore mechanics. For mages, pretty much you can have one of the, you can have your Spirit Ash tank, and then you can just do a bunch of damage. For like melee builds, what it allows you to stagger the boss more often, which allows them to like not attack at all, and you can just get free damage in. So they both do different things, but it results in the same thing, which is making the boss easier, obviously. And so this is coming from my perspective as a mage build using the Spirit Ashes. Not using the Spirit Ashes, I know things would be a lot more difficult, like Melania. I watched, like, for me to even beat Melania, which was definitely the hardest boss for sure. I had to watch a video on someone, and I know what to do, like how to beat it, and that's why I switched spells to Ronnie's Dark Moon, because that's what they were using, and I was like, okay, I'll use that one instead. And then I looked into it and realized that Melania you can actually give her status effects, or specifically Frost. You can give her, I don't know about all of them, you probably can't give her Rot because she's the Rot the Rot person, you know. So but you can give her Frost, so that's why using Ronnie's spell, which has Frost built into it, is really good against her, so that's why I use that. And then for the Elden Beast, which I'm a little upset about with that, I had to use Rock Sling because Elden Beast is magic resistant, which is my whole build. So and it's holy damage resistant, so it pretty much is like F you to the magic and faith, like the intelligence and faith builds, like pure intelligence faith build. If you're doing like a hybrid build and like you're actually using like a melee weapon, like a strength faith or strength or dex, you know, like that, and that wasn't as bad because obviously the boss isn't. Imagine if the final boss was physical damage resistant. Like, I feel like so many players would complain about it, but the fact that it's magic damage resistant, it's like, yeah, people aren't going to complain as much because a lot of people already say playing Elden Ring using a mage build is considered playing the game on easy mode. But there's so many, like, if you look up speedruns for builds or for the game, except for the beginning, which patch 1.0, which was using an Ash of War that was completely broken for like Frost Stomp or something like that. All of them are pretty much using just strength builds. They aren't using magic builds. There are some magic builds too, obviously, for like speedrunning, but if you look at like the best records, I believe it's actually just a strength build. It's not. So that just tells you how good strength builds are, right? So, but yeah, I can tell you that strength builds cannot do what I did to Gideon, though. I will admit that they could not. Gideon just got deleted. even though Gideon himself is actually a magic caster, so he is magic resistant a little bit. Or maybe he is fully magic resistant, but I just did so much damage, it didn't matter. So I just kind of skipped that whole boss fight entirely. If you actually want to see an active boss fight, I do recommend you look up fighting Gideon. A lot of people do struggle with it. Mainly non-mage. That's the only boss fight I would say it was way too easy for mage users. Well, I guess some of the other ones, like I didn't struggle with Godric at all, but that's also because I summoned Nefeli, so I can progress Nefeli's quest line. So because I had 2 summons attacking Godric, and I was just rock slinging them, which rock sling is very broken at the beginning of the game, especially with like the staff that you get with it. So you're like 4 of the 5 tapping bosses. And for me, you could say I was slightly over leveled. From what I've looked online, they recommend levels between 120 to 150, and I was like 150, so I was like at the near end of it. So I probably was a little bit higher level compared to everyone else. I didn't even clear all like the caves in the game, all like the mini dungeons. Like I was looking at how to beat the Elden beasts, or like what people did, and then I saw I was magic resistant, so I was like, okay, how do mages beat this? And apparently there's this one gravity spell in the consecrated snowfields, which is, if you don't know what that is, that's they take the secret lift to the Halig tree, and it's in that snowy area, like, you know, where the village was before you actually get to the Halig tree. Yeah, it's in that snowy area. There's a cave there, and you can beat that cave and get the spell after beating the boss in the cave. And so that's what people do for mages, to like speedrun through the final boss, because you could just kind of stand behind them and then just perma-cast it and kind of like just stun locks them. So yeah, rock sling is the more, I call it, the honest way for mages to beat him, because again, he's magic resistant, so literally every other spell but gravity spells are doing half as much damage they should be doing. And I mean, music's great. My favorite song is still the deer, Regal spirit animal. It's the big deer. That's my favorite one for sure. And the music overall, I mean, the music's great. That's just my favorite soundtrack for sure. And overall, the bosses, I'd say, like, were pretty. I mean, the game is supposed to be hard, like, so you have to keep that in mind when you like say about the game. So overall, I think that the game did a good job with bosses. I think for me, the most difficult bosses was Moog and Malenia. Malenia being harder than Moog. Moog took me about an hour to beat. Malenia took me 2 hours to beat. Again, I cut it out a bunch of it so you guys can see. The Elden Beast took me, I think, like an hour to beat, maybe 45 minutes to beat. After I realized it wasn't as soon as I realized it was magic resistant and I changed my playstyle, it was not hard afterwards, really. Like, I think it took 3 attempts, maybe 4 attempts, after I realized it was magic resistant. So I did a bunch of this, doing like half as much damage as I should be doing, and then I was like, wait a minute, why am I doing so little damage? I'm like boosting. I have like the full moon sorcery weapon at max level, which is boost sorcery damage, and it's like, okay, wait, I'm not doing any damage to this. So yeah. So in terms of the final boss, I do wish it was not magic resistant. They probably do it that because they don't want people to just like Azure Comet the big laser beam spell against it and just like insta kill it. That's probably why they do it there, but it just feels a bit. It just sucks for our final boss. Like I'm fine with all other bosses having different ranges of like weaknesses and strengths. Like there's some of the trolls, like, or in the rock caves, the stone caves, stone tunnels, whatever, and those are like slash resistant, and you don't do like any damage if you slash attacks. Like you need to use bludgeon or magic. So like the slash user are completely put out. But imagine if that was like that effect was on the final boss for you, and you're just like, okay, well, my build can't do anything about it. So that, to me, I'm like, that just sucks for a final boss to have that many resistances. And even said more, he's resistant to holy damage even more than magic. So I'm gonna assume like magic like 50%. I'm making up these numbers. It just says resistant. First, apparently he's greatly resistant to holy damage. So generally holy damage is a lot of the faith ones, less so than intelligence. Not all faith ones, again, it's just a particular archetype. But imagine your whole build is like based on like holy damage, and then you just come to the final boss and you do like only 20% of the damage you're supposed to do, or 25%. Like that'd be, yeah, super feels bad because I'm already doing 50% less damage and I feel it. I'm like, my spell, I'm like, why is my moon attack doing 1,000 damage? And then of course you can't put any statuses on the final boss. So the original playthrough I was doing was a faith build, and I was using Scarlet Rot status, so I couldn't do that against the final boss. But I said I never even made it to the final boss. I think I got, oh, you know what happened? I rage quit at the village before the Halig tree, or the Halig tree, whatever, however you want to pronounce it. Yeah, okay, because I was so mad at the assassins there. Like normally they're invisible and then they like sneak up on you and then attack you. But because I prepared and actually looked up like how to like get that section safely, it wasn't like an issue at all. And its environment was very good. I like the different, like, there was the snow area, and the beginning area is just like kind of plain, you know, just like a grasslands. There's like a forest section inside like Limgrave. And then even Liurnia had like a big lake in the middle. Of course, had to be walkable just for the sake of the game. And because in reality, lakes would not be that shallow. It wouldn't be like 1 to 2 feet deep. And then you go to the Alice Plateau and it's really yellow because you're close to the Erd tree, and like that type of tree is not like, I mean, the type of Erd tree, not the actual, obviously the Erd tree itself, but like the same types of plants, just smaller forms of it, are near the Erd tree location, which makes sense. And then you had Kayla, which is all just rot filled, and that's also filled with lore between Melania and Radon fighting. And of course Melania is infected with rot, scarlet rot. Same with like Millicent. You know, like Millicent and Melania are related somehow. We don't know if they're like sisters or they like cousins or something like that. We don't actually know, but we just know they're related. And they caused rot all of Caleb their fight, so that's why it's all red there, because it's all rot infected, and the waters turned into rot infected. And yeah, there's no, I said, then you have the big snowy area, and then of course the Halig tree is a big tree, not as big as the Erd tree, but still a very big tree that you can climb across. So I think the environments were like pretty good and like being different, and you like could tell, be like, oh yeah, I am in a different zone. Maybe less so with Liurnia and Limgrave, but there's a big, again, the big lake in the middle. It's called Liurnia the Lake for a reason. So yeah, and then the quest lines, honestly, I did like most of the quest lines. The only quest I like purposely skipped was Celavis, because I was like, screw that guy, I'm not gonna poison Nefeli. She's literally done nothing wrong. Why are we trying to kill her? So probably my least favorite quest. Yeah, I'm just thinking. I actually I did like Thea's quest line. I like Ronnie's. I like Selen's. I mean, some of the quests like really short. I'm not gonna really count them. The Golden Mask quest was kind of boring, to be honest. It was just Leota yapping. You do get to learn crucial information. You don't have to do the quest line to learn it, but if you don't do the quest line, the odds of you actually missing it are quite high, because you're not going to get the information that Radagon is America. You can still get, obviously, like I got it before even doing the quest, but I don't think you'd try to naturally find that unless you were really curious about that statue inside Landell. And Alexander the Great Char is a good one. I feel bad for Blide. His ending. But yeah, I guess this game is actually a lot more depressing than you think about, because most of the NPCs that you interact with end up either dying or being transformed into hideous monsters. Yeah, I don't want to say hideous, but they get turned into monsters. Selena turns into a monster. Hyetta, or yeah, Arena, which turns into Hyetta later. She dies. Her Arena's father dies. We never kind of kill him. Renald, he dies because I guess he hunts Tarnished, and I guess because we're also Tarnished, he has to hunt us too. Eventually, Selling gets turned into a monster. Oh yeah, Anka, who starts there, he goes mad and like kills us. D gets killed by Fia. Fia ends up dying to go sleep with Godwin. I think it was Godwin, his name. Sorry, I'm mixing up like certain one. I think Godwin is the first. Is he the first Elden Lord? You know, go sleep with Godwin, like do I don't know, bed companion thing. Ronnie, I guess, gets, I don't know, so I don't know if she dies, but she's like severely injured, and then she comes back after we summon her. So maybe Ronnie's the only one that's like fine. Rogier dies to death. D dies again to Fia. Fia dies to Korn, or whatever his name was, with the guy with gold mask. My understanding, he's not dead actually. I think he's just kind of in despair because of the Gold Order stuff. Gold Mask dies. Everyone just dies in this game. The only people that didn't die is Hugh and Rodrika, and they just stay in the tower to like the bitter end, which we don't know if they like actually die from that or not. Yeah, even the finger reader that reads the 2 fingers, she died. Like everyone, and of course Gideon. We have to kill Gideon. I guess we don't know really what happened to like Nefeli. She just said that she'd take over when we become warrior, so I guess she lives. She's like the only one that lives. And same with Kenneth. Kenneth and Nefeli live. But yeah, and Blythe dies because she, of the lore reasons. But Blythe was assigned to Ronnie by the 2 fingers. But since she defied the 2 fingers, he kind of just like went psycho. I mean, obviously you saw her like there, like Blythe through it, but once Ronnie actually like killed the 2 fingers, then yeah, and then I guess the other 2 fingers, because there's the 2 actually. Maybe that was the actual 2 fingers that she kills, because remember the round table is not like the actual round table that we were at, because we saw a real round table in Lindell. This is like a copy of it, so maybe it's not actually the 2 fingers in there, but it's just like a clone of the 2 fingers, and then Ronnie kills the 2 fingers. So my favorite boss fight, let me think, what would I say my favorite boss fight was? I don't actually, my favorite boss is not Melania. You might be like, a lot of people are like, oh, that's my favorite because she's hard. I don't want to rate a character being hard. Fun does not mean, or hard does not equal fun for me, exactly. To me, the waterfowl dance is just dumb, even though mages, I guess, if you use a Spirit Ash. If you don't use a Spirit Ash, you don't get this. But with a Spirit Ash, or if you co-op, you can pretty much make it so that you will never be hit with waterfowl dance if you space properly, because she'll do the first 2 towards you. Like I did it in my run. You'll see it in the, I think, the final run I have. She'll do 2 towards you, and then on the 3rd one you can just dodge easily. You just have to dodge. You have to actually roll into the way that she's coming towards you, because she's going to teleport behind you. So not really teleport, but, you know, dash behind you. So if you roll towards her before she actually hits her 3rd one, you will actually roll away from her. So for like a mage with someone tanking you, like I said, a Spirit Ash or co-op, like it's not bad. But if you are doing like strength or not using Spirit Ashes, then that mechanic is just dumb a lot of times. Like you need to like perfect. I mean, obviously, like you're supposed to understand roll, but it's just to me, I don't like the mechanic at all. Let's see if I go through God's gonna do, or just whatever. Horaloo, I think, man, I didn't like the stomping because I couldn't do anything during it. Malakath, was cool, but kind of short. Like, Lucidasax was cool. Honestly, actually, I think my favorite fight, even though it didn't last that long because it was not that hard for me, was Lichbang Fortisax. I really like Lichbang Fortisax fight. That was a good one. Because I'm looking at all these other fights I got, and it's like, Moog was. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I guess Margaret is also good too for good. Like thinking of like starting fights, it was actually really good. I think he honestly, yeah, on Morgott, Margaret and Morgott, in my opinion, are probably like the most like balanced fight, and it felt completely fair. Like he's hard, like Margaret's hard for like a first boss, but I think it's like fair hard. Like it actually teaches you good mechanics. His move set isn't dumb in my opinion. You can do the rolls like fine, no problem. So yeah, that'd probably be my favorite boss. I really liked Fortisax as well. I thought it was a cool boss with the lightning dragon. Yeah, I liked actually better than Lucidasax because with Lucidasax is that he like teleports so much, and it's like, gosh, like can you? I understand why. Like, can you not teleport as much? Or maybe I don't understand why. It's just the mechanic I decided to do. And then he one-shots you, and I'm like looking at this guy, I'm like, okay, I have to like find him, or because if I don't find him in time, I'm dead. So I didn't like that part about him. So yeah, and let's Dragon Force actually, you know, look at that by doing Thea's ending. So a lot of people actually didn't get it. I'm looking at the achievement, it says only 25% of players have the achievement compared to a bunch of the other bosses, which are closer to 40 to 50%, like between that range. Like Loretta was like 40%. Using the Caitlyn set the tree on fire was 44%. So if you think of people who got to who burned the Erd tree, the Godskin duo, which is in Farum Azula, was at 43%, while I said the Spring Force actually only 29. It's because it is an optional boss, and again you have to go through Fia's questline specifically to unlock it. So yeah, that was probably my favorite fight, and then Margaret and Morgott. I'm calling them the same because they have the same moveset pretty much. Morgott gets a little bit different in phase 2, but it's like the water thing he like sprays or whatever. But it's not different enough for me to call it like a completely different fight. And again, Margaret Shackle works on both of them. So they're like brothers or something like that, right? So all the other fights is like kind of like whatever. I did, yeah, like Radagon, Red Wolf Radagon 2 easy. I mean, it was like a low health, high damage one, which I think was fine. But yeah, Radagon's fight was also really cool, I guess, too. I forgot about Radon. It's been a while. So yeah, probably Radon's fight is also up there, too, for like favorite fights. The fact that you like summon a bunch of guys to help you attack them, and it's like a whole like a festival against them, so you have like 8 versus 1, and he's so strong. And he's not even like the final boss. Like you don't technically have to fight him. You only have to fight 2 of the shard bearers, and you can skip Radon if you really wanted to. Like the easiest 2 obviously would be Godric and Renala. And even as a mage user, Renala wasn't bad because again I was using Rock Sling at that time as my main thing, which is considered physical damage, not magic damage. So, and Renala is very magic resistant again, like because she's a mage. Obviously, mages are more magic resistant in this game because the more points you spend in intelligence, the more magic resistance you get. So it makes sense for a mage. Obviously, with the bosses, I don't know, they have like actual stats. Like if they programmed, it'll be like, oh, they have like 50 intelligence or whatever. But it makes sense that they have more magic resistance as a mage. And so, but even that wasn't that hard because I was using Rock Sling, which counts as physical damage, as I said. And I'm thinking, what else? Yeah, I have Noxtella, Dragonkin Soldier. The game was good, and honestly, it's hard for me to say it's a top 5 games for me of all time. I I don't know. It's like the game was, to me, it wasn't like, I don't know. Like my favorite game, as I said, is Red Dead Redemption 2, and for me, that game is like so memorable, and I like want to go back and play it again. Because for me, like a game that's really good is something I want to play again. And for me, I feel like I've got everything out of Elden Ring. I know obviously other people are like, oh no, you can do like, oh, you should do a strength build, or you can do like a strength build with one weapon, and then you do another run with a different weapon, or you do, like there's so much playability with different bosses. But for me, I guess I just find like I'm fine fighting the boss once. I'm content with fighting. Like I'm fine not using different builds to fight the bosses. I'll watch people do it. Like I've watched a lot of Elden Ring speedruns, and seeing what other people do is cool. But for me personally, I just don't want to actually experience it again myself, or like try a different build. I'm just like one and done type of thing. And anything else I want to say? So yeah, I guess the next thing, because I feel like maybe I've rambled long enough, like in terms of like my thoughts on the game. I would say for me, I guess I know a lot of people say it's a 9 out of 10 game, and probably it is. Honestly, I'll agree with like what other people just say. For me personally, it's not a top 5 game. I don't know even if I can give you a top 5 list of games, other than saying number 1 is Red Dead Redemption 2. Because I said that game to me is, because I like playing games not for the combat really. I just enjoy like a story, and I think Red Dead story, and like character development, they're kind of related but not the same, and then Elden Ring character development. I mean, there was obviously the main character doesn't talk at all, so it's hard to see character development with the main character, which is you, whatever you name yourself. But I'm just trying to think. There's a little bit of character development, like I guess maybe like Gideon kind of, but like when I say Gideon, I mean not really. He just, because I mean, in my opinion, it was obvious that Gideon is not. He doesn't give a shit about you. He's just using you to get to the Earth tree, or like become Elden Lord himself. Like he doesn't care about you at all. In my opinion, that was pretty obvious. Maybe it wasn't obvious to you, but to me, it seemed obvious. Especially since the main thing that told me that was because as soon as he cast aside Natalia, he's like, "Oh, she's not a warrior anymore. I don't give a shit about her." It's like, that's like your adopted daughter. Like, what? Why are you just gonna cast her aside in her time of like need? So to me, I was like, "Fuck him." Like, screw. Just fuck off. So I guess there's, but I wouldn't say that's really character development. And that was kind of how he always was. Maybe there's a little bit of character development of like Hugh, but it didn't feel like that much. It kind of felt kind of rushed, because he's like, oh, I don't want to take care of Rodrika. You talk to Rodrika, and then you talk to him, and he's like, okay, fine, I'll look after her. And then later in the story, he's like, oh, she's been like a daughter to me now. I couldn't do anything for her. But it's like, you didn't really interact with them that much to really experience that character development. And then in the end, he ends up literally like getting amnesia, and he doesn't even remember who you are. So I don't know exactly what causes that. And again, I'd have to like look into like a lore video for someone else to explain that to me. But then that's just kind of sad as well. So his character development just gets tossed out because he gets amnesia in the end anyway. So but yeah, I am still excited to try out the Elden Ring DLC. I don't know if they'll be considered over leveled. I'm gonna use the account that just ended. We're level 150, maybe 151. And I don't know what the actually recommended level is for the Elden Ring DLC, because obviously it just came out like 2 days ago. It's, from what I've heard, it's the size of Limgrave and Liurnia combined. But if you might think, oh, that wasn't that long, it was like 10 videos, even less, because that was 2 videos, and that was the underground areas of Liurnia, and I don't think they count that size. But from what I've heard, it's it's not as open compared to like Liurnia has like a big lake in the middle, and there's not a lot of stuff you can do inside the lake, right? There's like a couple towers, a couple bosses, but really it's just a big empty lake. My understanding is the DLC is a lot more dense in terms of content and a lot less filled with like the dungeons that a lot of like procedurally generated dungeons with of course the skeletons or the ones that the gargoyles is the main one standing out at me. Oh my gosh, I hate stupid gargoyle things. So yeah, so I am excited for that, but I just saw the link, so I think it's gonna be about 20 to 30 hours long is my guess. So I'm gonna expect somewhere between 10 to 15 parts of the DLC. I know Elden Ring itself was 27 parts. This is going to be the 27th part, I believe. I'll double check. I can double check right now. Yeah, it's the 27th. I just did record the previous part earlier before this video. Yeah, I'm excited to see what new bosses there are, how the story expands with the DLC. I already saw like a little bit into the DLC because I went to take pictures for the thumbnails, and so I went back to Moog's place, and then there's a guy there. So my understanding to start the DLC, which I'll explain more once in the next video, is you have to kill Moog in order to actually get to the DLC area. So in my opinion, Moog's the second hardest boss in the game. So if you if you want to experience DLC without beating Moog, then too bad. So sad. You gotta beat Moog in order to get to the DLC area. That's all I really know. There's a guy there when I went to Moog's palace. Yeah, and I don't know who the hell he is. So I wanted to save that for, obviously, the DLC video, which will be after this video. Or maybe I'll be putting up a indie game. As I said, I'll go back to indie games fully once I finish Elden Ring, and then we'll do indie game DLC. Yeah, indie game Elden Ring DLC, indie game Elden Ring DLC. So people who don't care about Elden Ring at all have a game to watch. Well, because I've just put the last like 2 weeks of just full Elden Ring content, and if you don't like Elden Ring at all, which is fine if you're not into like Souls games, or you don't want to play games that are like super challenging. But I'm not judging, by the way. Like, I don't care if you want to play easy games. You do play whatever you want. Then you probably don't care about seeing Elden Ring and getting sick of just me doing Elden Ring upload. And I'll hopefully give you something more interesting to watch on the channel. Yeah, so yeah. Currently, I don't know that I was rated top 5. Generally, when I say that, I have to reflect on that a bunch, because for me, if you listen to my thoughts on Hollow Knight after, I was like, it's okay. But I've reflected on it over the several months since I've done Hollow Knight, and to me, I actually really did enjoy Hollow Knight. It did remind me, this is a Metroidvania Souls-like, and this is just an action RPG Souls-like, so I like the combat better in Elden Ring than in Hollow Knight, because I prefer action combat. I prefer the style combat than Hollow Knight's combat, I hated Hollow Knight's combat. Honestly, actually, ironically, Hollow Knight was harder for me to beat than Elden Ring. Like, in terms of the boss fights, like, the final boss in Hollow Knight took me 3 hours to beat, and it only took me, like, an hour to beat the final boss. But maybe there was a build difference. I don't know, I thought the mechanics were harder for the final boss in Hollow Knight than it was Elden Ring. So, yeah, that's my opinion. Like, the first phase for the final boss was not hard at all. I did die like 3 times in a row to him. At one point, I'm gonna probably cut that out of this video, because I summoned the Mimic Tier. We get reduced health for that, and then I got chain CC'd by. I missed one roll, and then I took a bunch of damage because I screwed up the roll timings for the rest of the hits he did. So, and then I remembered to use my Great Rune at the end. That's good. But yeah, I'm excited to see what the DLC has in store, but I'm also excited to play other games as well. The next indie game I'm actually going to be playing is Hi-Fi Rush, which won a ton of awards. It came out last year in 2023. I don't know when you guys will watch this video. Maybe it's 2025 or later, so that's what I'm going to say. Last year's in 2023. And it's a rhythm game. It's like an action rhythm game from my understanding. I love rhythm games, so I am excited to play it. The only thing about rhythm games, the issue is the music being DMCA. It says they have a streamer mode, but you're not going to get the original soundtracks that the songs were built around. So that's why I'm kind of like mixed, and I'm like, I mean, do I just not play in streamer mode? That's a different video, different discussion. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do Hi-Fi Rush next because it's on Game Pass, because obviously it was published by Xbox, or Xbox owned the studio. Because when I say owned, I must have heard in the news that they shut down the studio Tango Works, which made Hi-Fi Rush. And a lot of people have been showing their distaste for that because Hi-Fi Rush was not rated as a bad game by any means, but they still shut them down anyway. Very sad. I do agree with that. But imagine that creating like a great game and people didn't generally enjoy the game, and then your studio gets shut down because it didn't make enough money. Not enough people bought it. Which, I mean, I didn't buy it, but I bought Game Pass so I could play it. Oh, I bought Game Pass to play Hellblade 2, and then my computer can't run Hellblade 2, which is sad. Anyways, and I'm going off topic from Elden Ring. Yeah. But the main thing is I'm excited to see what the DLC has in store for me, and the next like 20 hours of it. 20 to 30 hours. I'll see what people are saying or how long it is, on how long, and I'll let you know in the future video. Yeah, if you enjoyed my Elden Ring playthrough, or if you have any comments on my playthrough at all, what you liked, what you didn't like, again, I do apologize for not showing the Frenzy Flame ending itself on my account. I just didn't know about the save state thing until afterwards, which you can say is my fault for not looking into it sooner. Anyways, yeah, just let me know what you guys thought on the whole Elden Ring, my particular playthrough, my build, whatever. And I hope to see you at the DLC. Otherwise, maybe at a different series.